So before I became a teacher, many of you know that I worked at DHEC. But what you might not know is that I used to wait tables. So I worked at this restaurant, and this restaurant had incredibly terrible food. Like people didn't really go there to eat the food, but they more went there because they served great drinks. And so as I was working there, I realized that there were so many people that would come in for drinks that they had, that we just worked a lot. And we worked hard, and we had to go back and forth to get all these different drinks. So I decided that I would invent something called the Magic Pitcher so that I didn't have to go back and forth to get these drinks over and over again. And the idea is I could just tell the Magic Pitcher what to pour, and it would do that. So I'm going to go back and tell you the story about this one day when these four gentlemen came in to the restaurant and sat down and had drinks. And they didn't come in at the same time. So the first guy walks in and he sits down and he asks me for a menu, and I give him a menu, but I'm like, listen, people don't really come here for the food. It's not really that good. He said, well, that's fine because I'm really just thirsty. Could I have some water? And so I said, Magic Pitcher, please pour this first gentleman some water. And the Magic Pitcher poured water. Guy was drinking his water, everything was fine, he was satisfied. Second guy comes in and sits down beside him and says, you know, I'm really, really thirsty, can I have something to drink? It's like, yeah, and I'm telling him all the things that we've got to drink, and he said, well, you know, I don't really want water, I want something with a little flavor to it. I said, well, our raspberry Kool-Aid is extremely good, people recommend it a whole lot. And he said, okay, well, bring me some raspberry Kool-Aid. So I just told the Magic Pitcher, pour this guy some raspberry Kool-Aid. And the Magic Pitcher did. So the first guy's looking at the second guy's raspberry Kool-Aid, and he's like, you know what, this water is not the best. I kind of like the looks of that raspberry Kool-Aid. Do you think I could have some of it? And so I said, sure. So I took back the second guy's raspberry Kool-Aid, took back the first guy's water, and I told the Magic Pitcher, I want you to pour both of these guys some raspberry Kool-Aid. And the Magic Pitcher did. So after that, third guy walked in a little bit later, sat down, wanted something to drink. Looked at the raspberry Kool-Aid, and he said, you know, it looks kind of toxic. It's awful bright and pink, so can I just have some water? So I said, all right, Magic Pitcher, pour this gentleman some water. And the Magic Pitcher poured the third guy some water. So the first two guys, they're kind of getting tired of their raspberry Kool-Aid, and so they decide now they want water. So I took back the third guy's water, took back the second guy's raspberry Kool-Aid, took back the first guy's raspberry Kool-Aid, tapped the Magic Pitcher, and I said, Magic Pitcher, pour all three of these guys some water. And the Magic Pitcher poured water. A little bit later, this fourth guy comes in and sits down, and what do you think he ordered?
Water.
Wanted raspberry Kool-Aid. So I said, Magic Pitcher, pour this gentleman some raspberry Kool-Aid. The Magic Pitcher did. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the magic of the Magic Pitcher. Thank you very much.
It's so beautiful.